Dr. Vijaya Bhaskar, Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Government of Tamil Nadu. Dr. Amar Prasad Reddy, the Chairman of the Chennai International Youth Festival. Is my good friend Dr. Vishnu Prabhu, industrialist, other dignitaries, participants, and delegates. First of all, I would like to say a few words in Tamil, the mother tongue of my ancestors who came from India. But you will excuse me for my pronunciation. Nan ingu irupadu migavum santosham. Nan Tamil Natil irupadu envetil irupadu pondru unagiren. Yen endral enrata santogal ingu irukiragal. Tamil Nadu Tannudaya Kalacharam Matu Panbumidu Migavum Peyur Ponnadu. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, allow me to thank the organizing committee for inviting me as chief guest for the Chennai International Youth Festival 2018. I'm deeply honored to have the privilege to talk about the importance of supporting initiatives towards empowering our youth, the leaders of tomorrow. We are gathered here to help young people understand their immense potential and incite them to contribute to society as effectively as possible. I have no doubt that this Chennai International Youth Festival will succeed in strengthening and reinforcing national and international harmony, in making cultural integration a reality, and in inspiring young people to excellence. Dear delegates, young people constitute a significant portion of the world's population. Right now, the number of young people between the age of 15 and 24 is 1.1 billion, which is about 20% of the global population. If we include children and therefore take into account all those aged 24 years and younger, we are about 40% of the world's population. Interestingly, the largest concentration of youth is in Asia and the Pacific. At this point, it is important that we, as policymakers, ask ourselves, are there challenges that this group is facing, and if yes, which one? Today, millions of young people face the prospect of poverty, early marriage, early childbearing, incomplete education, and threat of HIV and AIDS. Approximately 1/4 billion of young people live in extreme poverty, that is, on less than $1 a day. Most live in countries with the largest inequality between the rich and the poor, mainly in sub-Saharan Africa. Finding solutions to poverty and providing better education can definitely lead to better employment opportunities, more successful careers, and in general, a better life. Dear delegates, education is the passport to a better living. Globalization is reshaping the lives of young people worldwide. There are many different kinds of globalization, including economic, socio-cultural, and governance related. They are increasingly the interconnectedness of world's nation and people. The benefit and the progress often associated with economic globalization mostly accrue to developed countries and the wealthy. At the same time, privatization of services, the concentration of wealth in the northern hemisphere, and the widening gap between rich and the poor disproportionately affect young people, limiting their opportunities for healthy life. As a matter of fact, young people represent a large proportion of the world unemployment. This is not normal. Free trade laws have increased the number of export-oriented manufacturing industries, EOM. Multinational corporations have been quick to open such export-oriented manufacturing entities in developing countries to benefit from the plentiful supply of cheap labor. Poor young people, especially poor young women, are the largest group of workers in the EOMs, as they leave rural areas in search of employment. These young people often suffer from lax enforcement of labor codes and even human rights abuses. As responsible political actors, we need to guarantee a better and more equalitarian approach to policies directly impacting the life of youth. I'm convinced that young people have much to say about what they need to succeed. I'm convinced that young people also have to say on how to make our countries as successful as possible. For example, the United Nations has a list of 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and I believe that young people are key in accomplishing them. Goal number 2, zero hunger. Goal number 12, reasonable consumption and production cannot be solved without involving young people of the country. I am of opinion that government need to include young people in coming up with and implementing strategies towards achieving these goals. Wouldn't it be good as well that young people form part of the official delegation who participate at the UN on the Sustainable Development Goals? Dear friends, allow me now to explain what is being done in my country, Mauritius, for young people. As you may know, today I'm the Minister of Technology, Communication and Innovation of the Republic of Mauritius, one of the youngest ministers and ranked number 6 of the present in the government hierarchy. I occupied the post of Minister of Youth and Sports. When I joined the Ministry of Youth and Sports, I first asked myself how the young people of Mauritius were faring. Were they happy? Did they feel that they were involved and thus had an important role to play in the development of their country? I decided to equip them with the right set of skills and values. To do that, I introduced the National Youth Voluntary Scheme, aiming to create opportunities for youth to engage in volunteering activities at regional and national levels. I strongly believe that engaging youth into social activities and building intergenerational bridge can be an answer for a country like Mauritius, which has an aging population. When I joined the Ministry of Technology, Communication and Innovation, I decided to give the necessary tools to our young people to allow them to build the Mauritius of tomorrow. In this era, where technology is leading the path to prosperity, our young people need to have the means to access the technological labor market. Fortunately, our Prime Minister, the Honorable Pravin Jagnnath, gave us his unflinching support by providing 1 billion Mauritian rupees to target 14,000 unemployed youth in Mauritius. Actually, before he became Prime Minister, he was the Minister of Technology, Communication and Innovation, and he passed on this portfolio to me when he was appointed Prime Minister. Mauritius is a small country with a population of 1.3 million. Therefore, solving the problems of these 14,000 young people is a major step forward. The government of Mauritius took the following measures. First, some 3,000 young people have joined the National Skills Development Program for technical and leadership training. Then another 3,000 unemployed have joined a national apprenticeship program. Thirdly, under the SME employment scheme, the salary of 1,000 young graduates will be paid by the government, while the employer will only have to pay the transport. This is to allow small and medium enterprises to recruit graduates to participate, for example, in their digital transformation. And finally, we also have the Youth Employment Program, which will put some 3,500 youngsters in job placement. We have observed that in the past, by the end of the placement, a substantial number of these young people are recruited by companies. Ladies and gentlemen, my country does not have natural resources. We do not have diamond, gold, rare earth metals, or petroleum. Our only asset is our population. In March, Mauritius celebrated its 50th anniversary of independence, and everyone was saying how successful the country has been. But you can be sure that the success of Mauritius is only the consequence of decisions made and work done by the people of the land. From a monocrop economy based on sugarcane in the 60s, Mauritius is now a service-oriented economy with the tourism industry, the financial sector, and information technology being the first three pillars of the economy. Sustaining this level of development has been possible with help of friendly countries such as India, China, and countries of the European Union. Mauritius is very close to India, given that a majority of our population has ancestors coming from this beautiful country. My own ancestors left India around 1735 to come to Mauritius to work as artisans and laborers. They had the dream that through hard work in this small island in the middle of the Indian Ocean, they could provide better opportunities for their children. It seems that they were right. After a few generations, here I am back to India as a minister. Mauritius will never forget its historical and cultural ties with India. Dear delegates, technology is moving fast and our world is changing on a daily basis. This youth festival gives us the opportunity to assess what needs to be done so that our youth becomes major actors of the development. Last year, my ministry introduced the Digital Youth Engagement Program managed by the National Computer Board, an agency which falls under the aegis of my ministry and whose mandate is to transform our island into a cyber island. The aim of the DYEP is to provide introductory courses on coding, programming to all young people of Mauritius. We have realized that having a population who understand how a machine works can only be a good thing in a technological society. Through computer programming, we also want to spark the interest of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM subjects, and increase the number of students opting for computer science at secondary and tertiary level. As a matter of fact, I gladly take some minutes today to inform you that Mauritius will be launching its first ever satellite next year, a massive accomplishment for such a small country. Our 100% Mauritian satellite, MIASat-1, has been selected by the United Nations to be launched by the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency by 2019. MIASat-1 has been designed by the staff of the Mauritius Research Council, an agency which also falls under the aegis of my ministry. We intend to use this major national project to promote STEM subjects intensively among the youngsters. Mauritius needs engineers today, and we need a lot more tomorrow and in the coming years. The Mauritius Research Council has also introduced the Robotics Weeks, whereby thousands of primary and secondary students are introduced to robotics and automation. By using open platforms such as Arduino and the Raspberry Pi, these young people learn the skills which will be in great demand in the coming years. And for that also, we have had the help of Skylabs, which is from India. The first training workshop spanned over 8 days, including training sessions and demonstration sessions. Interestingly, the students continue to learn at home as each one takes the robotic kit which with them at the end of the course. They also have access to online training program provided by the course provider Skylabs, which is an Indian firm. The first robotic workshop was a resounding success and about 1,000 young students were trained. This year we did a second one in Mauritius as well as the third one last week in Rodrigues, another island forming part of the Republic of Mauritius. As you can easily guess, the kids loved it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've gone through the initiatives that have been implemented in Mauritius, but I'm eager to hear and see what is being done here in other parts of the world. In fact, I've come to learn it is essential that instead of having to reinvent the wheel, the government of Mauritius follow best practice in order to maximize effectiveness and success rates. I firmly believe that we can share our experiences, assess our initiatives, and measure our progress together. Let us not forget young people are the leaders of tomorrow. We have to empower them, to empower all of them. Before concluding, I would like to thank once more the organizers of the Chennai International Youth Festival for giving me the honor to be the chief guest. A special thanks to my friend Vishnu Prabhu for his hospitality extended to me during my stay, and I really feel at home here in Tamil Nadu. Congratulations to the Dr. Amar Reddy for this great initiative, his dedication towards the youth, and his commitment to promote the youth of this country. All the best and wish you good luck.